What are you guys? So guys, welcome to the Monday show. How are you? How are you guys been this past week? I've been all right. I was ill on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and part of Saturday. I was had man flu, not just flu, man flu. I didn't really have the flu. I had like a proper sort of. It was nearly a flu, but it was a flu without the burden. Like sort of the lethargicness. I think it's called. It's kind of like proper massive head cold. So it was man flu. It wasn't fun. I'll tell you that. I was trying to watch loads of stuff on TV, and just my eye was watering. I was sort of like, and then when I was like, watch The Walking Dead with my mum, because we're both fans of that. We're like a bit of The Walking Dead. Do you guys like it? It's good, isn't it? I still think the wife's alive, like me, and I was sort of, something happened, and I started watching, and I started doing. She went, my mum went, "Are you crying this?" I went, "No, it's my cold." She went, "Right." I was like, "It is my cold." How did you guys enjoy? It was Mother's Day yesterday. To all the mothers watching, happy Mother's Day for yesterday, or whenever you watch this for Mother Sunday. Did you guys get your mother anything? I hope you got your mother. I got my mother songs to cook to, and as I give it to her, I went, "Please don't cook." And I got her a James Patterson book because it's the 12th new in the series, and the Women's Murder Club, which I thought was about it's like a game of Cluedo. I thought, but it's not apparently. It's about it is like a game of Cluedo actually. What are you guys been watching? I've been watching. What have I been watching? Mrs. Brown's Boys. I've watched the first 2 seasons of that, and could not stop laughing all the way through. Just constant laughter. It's sort of like. What about my flock? Well, I don't think you can do that, Reverend. It's good. It's good family fun. But I watched the special features on season 1, and there was I've got it here. What was it called? Dedications, where he. If someone hadn't told me it was a bloke the first time I ever watched it, I wouldn't have realised till about 10 minutes in that it was a bloke. Just because it looks like a really well done. It's really well done. But I'm not stupid. And the dedications is like people have written saying, "Oh, it's my friend's birthday today. We're here. And can you say hi?" They're saying hi. But someone was celebrating the 50th wedding anniversary. There was a 78th birthday, an 84th. There were all old people in the audience. I was proper shocked because she was saying "fuck" and "cock" and "penis" and shit. She was I wouldn't expect old people to go see it. It's just not that I'm against obvious. You know what I mean. So you guys, do you guys? I was even about when it first came out. I was sort of like, I don't know what it is. I don't really care about it. And then when someone sort of shows the scene, I was like, oh my god, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's just speaking of books, I was talking about a friend, Francesca, on the bus. Long time friends, probably like friends of the family, but like probably, you know what I mean, like proper friends of the family since like birth, basically forced friends. Not that it's you know what I mean. You know, like where it's like it's just sort of you meet as babies and you sort of just get along. You know what I mean? And I can't remember how we got onto it, but it was something about exams being, and then I suggest. We were talking about like driving tests. I failed mine. I failed my theory test several times, and I'm not going to count the. But it's so stupid. Some of the questions. There was a goat herder in the middle of the road. He just waved you down and told you to stop and switch off your engine so he can pass by unbothered or whatever. I don't care. And it's like, do you A, stop and switch off your engine? Do you A, stop, apply the parking brake and just wait? Do you C, slow right down and go around as safe as possible, or do you D, ignore him as he has no authority? And I thought, well, I'm nice, so you like slow down, put the handbrake on maybe, but it wasn't. It was D. You didn't listen to him because he's an idiot. Apparently, he has no authority, and I'm like, I'm just gonna run the goats over. I was saying, oh, some people are idiots at driving. You should have to pass like a common sense test to drive, not a theory test. Because one of my favourite question. Oh my god, it's so stupid. But if you don't sort of. You know what I mean? If you've never driven before, you'll still get it, but it won't be that much. It won't be as stupid as it is to people who have driven. And question was, you're travelling on a motorway at 70 miles an hour in icy conditions. What is your stopping distance? And I thought, right, one, when are you? Right, motorways don't get icy really. I don't think. And two, if it is icy, you're not driving at 70 miles an hour. Are you? You're driving at about 5, just sitting there, just sort of like slip. You, you don't drive at all really. It's really difficult. And I can't remember what the answer was because I didn't bother looking it up because I thought, what are the chances of getting that again? I got it twice as well. I've learned from my mistakes now. Fucking everything. I forgot it like, but like, and I was saying, kids as well. You know what I mean? Like, you should kids at age 5 should be taught philosophy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, give them basic maths, English, a bit of science. No religion, right? Just religion. No religion. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. No. A 3-decked bus with a big door fit 2 of every animal. There are over 5 million species alive today. There are over 100. There's over like 2,000 species of spider, but I got this. I was actually reading this. This is what it's off in a. This is what this fact's off. Basically, this fact is that 99% of all species that have ever been alive are 1% of species that have ever been alive is alive today. The other 99% are dead. And my dad didn't believe me because he's thick. He's an idiot. But he does what he does. He knows what he knows, but that's it. He's a good plumber. He knows plumbing, and he knows everybody basically. But he knows fuck all about academia. Nothing. Like I said, oh Dad, how do you like when you cut the pipe? How do you find the radius? And he was like, "You look right after 17 years of being a plumber, you're just mad." I was like, "Well, I can understand that because Lego and Bionicles and stuff like that." So I said, "Find the number 9 rod." I could literally just pick it up. There we go. Number 2. There we go. Number 5. Because number 2 was easy. So it was like that, and then number 3. But then only once I got to 5 and 6. But if I lined them up, I was like, there we go. I couldn't just pick it out by sight. But I wasn't that. I probably forgot it. But and I was thinking, right, so two of every species. There were probably 5 million species or something like that. So that's 10 million species on a boat. Am I the only one who sort of sees a problem with this theory, this story? Fucking story, I'll tell you that. Fairy tale, Christ. Where was it? And I was saying we should teach philosophy to 5-year-olds because like a 5-year-old doesn't give a shit, right? I'll take maths question, right? Brian has 50 loaves of bread and does something with 2 of them. What does Brian have? Well, Brian has fucking diabetes to start with, right? I'm joking. I'm sorry, but we don't want to know that. We don't care about Brian and his 50 loaves of bloody baker Brian. But like, if you ask the kid to really think like, why are we like, well, not as something as depressing as why are we here, or are we like what life after death? Not something as depressing as that, because you can't have life without death. People think, oh, what's it going to be like when you're dead? And you're sort of like, well, I don't really care because without death there is no life. But then you're thinking, but without life there is no death. It's like what's that quote? Without evil there can be no good, so it must be good to be evil sometimes. Word. Peace out. I'm down with Aristotle. That probably wasn't Aristotle. Aristotle was the bloke that said, what he said to me. So yeah, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the exact quote, but I read it today. Oh, I'm gonna feel like an idiot because I was going for a serious, proper Aristotle quote, proper philosopher, Greek philosopher, and there is one thing I know for absolute, and that is that I know nothing. He was basically saying that idiot teachers and being idiots like the sophists in Greek, going around travelling teachers, preaching this for money, but he wasn't doing it for free. He wasn't teaching people. He was giving them the opportunity to learn themselves from within. It's like the insight, because like I'm a bit of a fucking idiot, right? I'm a prick because I think I know everything. I'm trying to change because it's sort of, I don't know, it's horrible when I've sort of been on the receiving end, if you know. No, like people, some prick, you know what I mean? And sort of he thinks he knows everything, and it's like, to think you know everything is prickish, but like to know that you know nothing is to be smart. If you know, I've just like about 5 of my viewers, like all of them, its heads have just My homeboys Aristotle and Plato, I mean, oh my god. And Descartes, I think, therefore I am. Bloody hell. The fact that I am pondering my mere existence proves that I am. Oh, Christ, I love it. Oh. Philosophy, man. Philosophy, I think philosophy. I had a crisis the other day. God, every rambling for age. I had a crisis the other day. I was like, I don't really enjoy anything. I enjoy making these because I don't know. I don't really know. It makes me smile, and not many things make me smile. Like, you know, it's just smile, but nothing makes me genuinely feel happy inside, other than philosophy, photography, making these videos for you people, seeing your comments. That generally, sort of, when I see someone's comment, I'm genuinely happy. It's really sad and pathetic, but it's sort of like it's really happy. And then paintball as well, because I make the videos. But like, playing a game, I play games just for the fuck of it, because I don't know. Oh my god. But my birthday soon, so I'll be able to put my videos up. Put my game videos up, because I'm going to make a few of them, because I found a good game that I've played for about 10 minutes and I've turned it off because it's awesome, and I'm like, right, I'm saving that for after my birthday for when I can record it and show you people, because I think 10 minutes in I got really scared and frightened and started crying, so I think it'd be really funny to do that. And then I might do Amnesia, because I haven't played Amnesia in ages, and I've only played like 10 minutes of it because I got scared again and started crying. But like, again, back to my point, I've completely went off track. Philosophy should be taught to like, it should just be taught, because we should teach, right, the bottom line of it, we should teach kids to think before we think them to no. We should not teach, we should give, what is it, we should give kids, we should give kids the ability to think for themselves before we teach them to think the way we want them to, you know what I mean? We should teach kids to think, but like, oh my god, it's so, I don't know what's, how can I word it? We should give kids the tools to think for themselves. I'm sorry, I'm out of... The hell's wrong with my camera? Just turn it myself. I'm going to put on manual focus, I'm going to risk it. There we go. Right, we should give kids the tools to think for themselves. Like, we should give kids the opportunity to think for themselves before we stuff a load of shit into their heads. I'm not punching them, like, stuff shit, like Prim's algorithm theory of, fuck me, like the periodic table. We should literally go, right, group discussion for an hour, right, for like, take an hour lesson a week and just say, right, 2 half-an-hour lessons, group discussion, right. You wouldn't say the meaning of life, because that's fucking depressing as shit. When you try to think of the meaning of life, or like, what's good, what's good. Think of life after death, or think of dying, or think of life, think of how good life is. You will immediately, not immediately, but you will eventually get to fucking death, right? It's depressing as shit. I spent about 10 hours face down in ice cream because I've been trying to think of the meaning of life. So I was just, I'm so depressed. It's so difficult to do on your own. It's so depressing. If you do it with somebody, it's like sort of interesting because you can get different theories. I'm sorry, I've still got a bit of, that's my grandma say, I've got the sniffles. And she gave us some Albus oil and I just shoved it in my nose and went, I nearly died. It was, oh my god, my sinuses just went, whoa, what the fuck happened? Where was I? I got distracted again. See, that's the fun. You get distracted in life. Life is about distractions. Life is not one single fucking task. Like, it's a group discussion. If somebody could do this, if somebody knows somebody who works at a first school, try and get this installed, you know what I mean? Start a fucking revolution. Power to the people. Philosophy to kids. And they should, like... Right, they shouldn't get like Descartes born, just, right, this bloke, Descartes, his name looks like Descartes, it's funny, right? Descartes, but it's Descartes. said that I think, therefore I am. What do you guys think about that? And it's just like, it's just a circle of kids. Circle, because they're all facing each other. It's fun like that. They're not like sitting in fucking rows, like single fucking file, like the Luftwaffe agents. It's just sort of discussion. I think, not in a weird way, but like to sit in on that conversation would, to me, would be the most eye-opening thing about our generation. Oh my god, I would love to do that, like an experiment. Have like a group of 5-year-olds, teenagers, and then adults, just each group, the same question, philosophical question, and just see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, like the older generation as well, like World War veterans, stuff like that. Like, just what does the meaning like? Just ask them all and the difference between the 5-year-olds and the 75-year-olds. I think, I don't know, would just be amazing. It's sort of, you know, when you watch something like, it's something like you watch like a David Attenborough thing, and you watch it and you think, wow, that is amazing. I never sort of knew that this world was that beautiful. Like, oh my god, I saw a picture. I've got in my the bits of pieces I got with my enlarger. I got this booklet, and it was just a booklet of the 50 best places to take a photograph in the UK. I was just flicking through it. Oh, I was just flicking through it, and I was just looking at some of them, and one of them really, oh my god. I'm gonna go get it. It's on. It's so embarrassing. It's right behind me. I think I just broke my tie. My red tie. Good to have my posh tie. It's ironic because it's a pub folder, isn't it? It's like a proper old issue. It's not like a filter system. Oh my god, the picture's so beautiful. There. Top 50 landmarks in the UK. What year? Doesn't say what year, where is it? There. Where is it? Glengarry. Ngare. A few miles west of Invergarry on A87 near pulling at lay-by. This was taken on the lay-by at the side of the road. That just sort of, you look at it. If I was a woman, I'd cry. It's so. You think, oh England proper shit place, you know, like knee culture. Oh my, it's so beautiful. Like when I can drive, I'm like Glen-esque as well. It's so beautiful. But it's so. I'm such a landscape photographer at heart, because I'll sit on the bus and then just like sort of, you know, when you sort of get the gap in the hedge, and there'll just be a tree there, and you just sort of, it'll look like a frame, and it'll just look like that. I just think, camera, and you just fucking steal some kid's camera, just click. The fuck, this gives out sweets. When was it? I forgot. But so, I mean, I think I've rambled on long enough about philosophy, but philosophy is one subject that, if you start me on it, oh my god, I could just sort of, I could contemplate all day. I could literally sit, right, in like, looking out over some valley, right, you know what I mean, like a nice sort of, nice cup of hot chocolate or whatever, right, nice drink, you know, just little, you know, like it's nothing to eat, just a little nice drink, a lot of drink, not drink, but like a lot, like a big box, like a big thing of hot chocolate, just looking out like that. Just, I could look out and I could just contemplate all day. I could sit in total. It might shock you. I could sit in total silence all day and just look out and just think, oh my god. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's like, that's what kids should be doing. Kids should be philosophizing. Kids should be contemplating, not fucking tweeting. Fucking Temple Run, Angry Birds. No, they should be contemplating. Oh my god. Like, if you guys can do, oh my god, just contemplate, guys. Just sort of sit, just for a couple of minutes, even, not even like a minute, and just think, right, philosophically. Which is really difficult. Next week, I'm still reading Sophie's World. I found quite a few good quotes. We'll kind of run out of time because this is like 18 minutes now. Which, if you have watched all this, it's going to be, I'm probably going to, about 12, 13 minutes. But if you watch all this, well done. Because, I mean, it was a lot. But philosophy is just, it's one of them subjects where it's like, it's like a lovely cookie. Like the perfect cookie. Just, you take a bite, it's like, oh, this is really good. But then you look at another side and be like, that chip's slightly bigger. Biting that, oh my god, this is delicious. And then, oh, that look, oh, it's so soft. It just it's like, what is it? It's like a pack of jelly beans. Every thought is completely different. There are the occasional repeat, you know what I mean? Like, so you'll be on the same wavelength, but no thought will be exactly the same. I can guarantee you that. About philosophy, you know, like people will agree, but they will not have the same opinion. You know what I mean? Like some people say, Forrest Gump, fucking Forrest Gump, right? Life is like a box of chocolates. I agree with you, but not really. I sort of see where you're coming from, but I think it can be likened to something more better than a box of chocolate. Could be like, life is like a bag of rebels, not like a bag of rebels. Life is like a box of jelly beans. God, nerds, right? Wonka nerds. Right, that's it. Life is like fucking Wonka nerds. Just watch. Different colour, right? Look, guys, different colours, different shapes, every single one of them. I don't think I've ever had two that are exactly the same. Oh my god, it's like that. But life is so. But I also think that, oh, I'm taking tangy. Life is about working for what you've got. Life is about having fun.